Good afternoon, everyone. I'm absolutely thrilled to be here to welcome each and every one of you to Wake Forest. I'm Michelle Gillespie, the Dean of the College, and one of my favorite things about being Dean of the College is greeting you, our newest students during orientation, and telling you about the dynamic, life-changing experiences that await you here. Your Wake journey will include so many opportunities for you to grow, to discover, to question, to pursue, and to innovate. Our talented faculty are exceptional teacher scholars in their fields of study, and they will deepen your critical learning skills, invite you to sharpen your opinions and ideas, offer you a chance to join in their research, and provide whole new perspectives, whole new ways to see and understand yourself and to understand the world, all in exciting new ways. The college's emphasis on the engaged liberal arts will incorporate your education with real-world applications, and the academic clubs and organizations you will join will give you the chance to pursue your passion for knowledge in exciting ways. Over the next 4 years, your faculty will become your trusted mentors. Your fellow students will become your dear friends. You have worked hard to be here, and the next chapter of your academic journey begins now. All the more reason, then, to talk about something that is just as important as this journey. And it, too, has the potential to change your life, but not necessarily in the way you would like. I want to talk about academic integrity. Academic integrity is a foundational principle of our Wake Forest education. In just a few moments, each of you, the members of the class of 2025, will take the same pledge to uphold this honor code that every class before you has taken. This code represents a foundational commitment that every member of this community makes to uphold honesty and integrity. It allows our community to foster trust and respect for each other. This is why all acts of cheating, plagiarism, and other academic violations will result in serious consequences that can affect your personal and professional future in profoundly detrimental ways. Your Wake Forest education will be engaging and exciting, and at times it will be challenging and may even be difficult. Papers will be due on the same day, and finals will happen a day apart. You will not always feel as prepared for exams as you would like to be. I'm here to tell you today that it's your actions in those moments, your ethical choices, that will form the person that you are to become for the rest of your life. You are all now adults, and as adults, your actions are your own. But that does not mean you are alone here. Each and every faculty and staff member at Wake Forest is rooting for you to act with integrity and to achieve your dreams. We have many, many resources to help you. Academic centers, tutoring programs, faculty drop-in sessions. They're all a part of our support structure to guide you when those harder moments happen. There's plenty of support and mentoring that will be part and parcel of your experience here. We are a community of character that can achieve great things together. With your arrival, you have joined this long tradition of academic excellence at Wake Forest, and I look forward to the ways each of you will contribute to our community and foster a pro-humanitate mindset in all that you do. I now invite University Chaplain Tim Allman to offer the invocation.
Let us pray. In the name of silence, womb of the word, in the name of stillness, home of belonging, in the name of the solitude of the soul and the earth, we gather this day and at this hour to formally welcome the newest members of our beloved community. This is a day long, long anticipated. Bless our beginnings. This is a day of honest ambiguity for those of us who have seen many beginnings and endings. Bless our individual and collective stories. This is a day of gentle sadness for those of us who continue to grieve the disappointments and the losses of the past 18 months. Bless those places where no storm or night or pain can reach us. This is a day to shape our hearts as surely as our minds around the common good. Bless our prosperity and our protests. This is a day to make room in our lives for new friends, new colleagues, new students, new mentors, and new teachers. Bless us with the quiet immensity of our own presence and that of others. This is the day to inhabit our doubts long enough to befriend them and follow them. Bless us with curiosity and wonder. We gather this day and at this hour, blessed by all things, wings of breath, delight of eyes, wonder of whisper, intimacy of touch, eternity of soul, urgency of thought, miracle of in person, embrace of the divine. May our hearts and minds come alive to the invisible geography that invites us to new frontiers, to break the dead shell of yesterdays, to risk being wrong, disturbed, and changed. May we have the courage to live the lives that we would love, to postpone our dreams no longer, and to do at last what we came to Wake Forest for, and waste our hearts on fear no more. May we live these days compassionate of heart, clear in word, gracious in awareness, courageous in thought, generous in love, so that when the sun's light stretches once again to its full strength, we may be found at the end of another academic year, flowering with compassion, fearlessness, wisdom, and love. May integrity of soul be our first ideal, the source that will bless and guide our work and for which we must sacrifice everything. Beloved, may a slow wind work these words of love around us, an invisible cloak to mind our days. In the name of silence, in the name of stillness, in the name of solitude, may we live and love and serve and thrive. Amen.
It is now my privilege to introduce Wake Forest University's 14th president, Dr. Susan R. Wente. A renowned, yes. A renowned biomedical scientist and visionary higher education leader, Dr. Susan Wente became Wake Forest University's 14th president on July 1st, 2021, where she is also Distinguished University Professor of Biology and Biochemistry. Dr. Wente came to Wake Forest from Vanderbilt University, where she served as Vanderbilt's Provost and Vice Chancellor for the past 7 years. From August 2019 to June 2020, she took on the additional responsibility of serving as interim chancellor. At Vanderbilt, she advanced the excellence of academic programs and guided the university's response to the pandemic. Dr. Wente has been widely praised for her bold and engaged leadership and for accomplishing a number of firsts, including the appointment of Vanderbilt's first female athletic director and the creation of the university's Office of Inclusive Excellence. Dr. Wente led Vanderbilt's efforts to launch a new structure for the university and medical center's academic relationship. She also oversaw innovative initiatives to enhance the undergraduate experience and elevate the arts and humanities. Throughout her time as administrator, Dr. Wente has maintained a commitment to groundbreaking research, personally mentoring dozens of graduate students and postdoctoral fellows in the Wente Lab. Dr. Wente earned a Bachelor of Science in Biochemistry from the University of Iowa and her PhD in Biochemistry at the University of California, Berkeley. She was a postdoctoral fellow at both the Rockefeller University and Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center. Please join me in welcoming President Wente.
Class of 2025, welcome. I am so thrilled to be here with you this afternoon. I am so thankful that you've gotten everything unpacked and put away so that you can be here this afternoon with us. This is just such a wonderful experience. Not only is this my first convocation at Wake Forest, it's your first and your only convocation at Wake Forest University. Just a few weeks ago, I started my journey as Wake Forest's 14th president. So you, the class of 2025, I've met many of you across campus and I've told all of you this, we are starting this chapter together. My first here on campus are going to be your first here on campus. Your journey is going to be a shared journey. We're going to do these next 4 years together in such a marvelous, fantastic, community-based way. We're going to really take care of ourselves as a community every day, every week, and every month. And together, we are going to make Wake Forest our home. There's nothing I could be more excited about for you and for us. So together, we're going to learn the traditions and the distinctives that are a hallmark of the Wake Forest experience. And together, we're going to share our talents and we're going to find ways to contribute to and serve our community. Now, by attending Wake Forest, I know that you are joining a long legacy of students before you who have been intent on being active and engaged citizens and who are determined to make a difference in their communities. You've heard from Dean Gillespie that the kind of education that you are seeking out here, the reason why you have come to Wake Forest is because we offer one that encourages collaboration and connection between students with faculty, and students with staff, and I would also say across all those different matrices you can imagine. While you're here, if you give this your very best and bring your very best self to this community, we will accomplish amazing, amazing things while you're here. And you will have an incredibly deep, meaningful, and rich experience. This is going to include intense study. It's going to include doing that with your professors and with your peers, and you'll learn your discipline with diligence and know what it takes to thrive as you take your steps after you leave college. You're going to do this from the activities in the classrooms and outside the classrooms especially. Outside the classrooms, I want you to take advantage of how you can collaborate and work across different student organizations or different activities. And you're also going to do this through many volunteer opportunities in which our community partakes. You can learn from the impact of your service, and you can see how you can help others in so many different ways. So as the leader of this great university, I can understand the excitement, although it's hard to see your smiling and excited faces behind those masks. I know it's there, right? It's in your eyes. And the anticipation that is accompanying the beginning of this very special academic year. I know that this moment, the beginning of your college career, only happens once. And we are fully committed to making it the very best experience it can be. It is a time to forge new friendships. It's a time to find mentors. It's a time to explore. Now, as we together take our very first steps across this beautiful campus and together as Wake Foresters in this moment of what I'll call new beginnings. What do I, as your president, want for you during your time at Wake Forest? What are my hopes and dreams for our students? I want to share with you what my hopes and dreams are for you from 3 different perspectives that I have. One as a scientist, as a mentor, and as a leader. So as a scientist and as a scholar, I hope that your Wake Forest experience is filled with discovery. Discovery of knowledge, that should be easy. You're going to go to all those classes and soak it all in. Discovery of your potential. That's going to come from many different ways. And discovery more so of what you can uniquely contribute to the world. Now, in many ways, you've already been through some stages of discovery. You've determined that Wake Forest is a place that you want to take this step and earn your college education. And now actually being here, I want you to take full advantage of all the different ways that you can connect your learning across a variety of different disciplines. As you heard, the engaged liberal arts that is here is designed to offer you a rigorous and vigorous, well-rounded education. I hope you'll keep an open mind to discover your passions. And because of our residential campus, I know you're going to discover individuals across campus who have a variety of perspectives and experiences, some different from your own. If you get to know others who have different backgrounds from yours and connect in meaningful conversations with them, I am certain that we will find solutions not only to the pressing problems that we're facing today, but those that we will face in the future as a society. In your embrace of discovery, I hope that you explore places you'd never imagined. I hope you walk through doors that you didn't anticipate could open. And I hope that you're inspired to step up and find solutions to all the challenges that you will inevitably find across your path, either this year, the years ahead, or after graduation. So this leads me to another perspective. What do I want as a mentor for you during your time here at Wake Forest? I've had the incredibly great benefit of having absolutely tremendous advocates and mentors across my career. I didn't get to be the president of Wake Forest University on my own. I had teachers, I had fellow colleagues, I had bosses along the way who helped me keep gaining confidence and helped me keep learning. For this, I often say that I'm paying it forward. That's my passion for serving in this role. Whether it's paying it forward in classrooms, whether it's paying it forward in terms of meeting with students in different forums, but more so paying it forward by building an environment where others can be successful. So as a mentor, I hope for your time at Wake Forest, you're inspired to not only grow as a student and a scholar, but as a human being, intellectually, socially, and emotionally. Part of being a scientist is embracing how to learn maybe what's gone wrong in the lab. Don't believe somebody when they tell you nothing ever goes wrong in an experiment, okay? An experiment never works the first time. It might work a little bit, but then you always try to perfect it and make it better. I imagine during your time at Wake Forest, something will go wrong. When you make mistakes, however difficult or discouraging they may seem, embrace them. Learn from them. Get advice and guidance in terms of how to navigate forward from them. So very often, finding out why something went wrong and learning what you might do in the next time you encounter that situation is the very best way to make progress. I believe also that mistakes can be leveraged for support or for success when you have the support of your family, and you have the support of your friends, and you have the support of the entire Wake Forest community. I want to assure you, we will be here for you every step along this journey. The mentor in me also wants you to make new and meaningful connections with those in the Wake Forest community. And you're going to hear lots of stories about the Wake Forest community over the years, and people saying, look to your left, look to your right. You will find someone next to you who perhaps in the future might be a partner in life. Then again, I say, look to your left, look to your right. You'll find someone that you will know for life. They might be a business colleague in the future. But one thing I know for sure, that they will be a friend for life, and they'll also be a supporter of you while you're here at Wake Forest. Embrace this collaborative spirit. Embrace the teamwork. Embrace the opportunity of our smallness, where you have that opportunity to meet every single person in this room in one way, shape, or form over the coming years. The last year and a half have taught all of us so much. We've learned huge life lessons in a span of 18 to 19 months. And for many of us, it's made us really realize and appreciate how important connections are that we have with one another. How we value not only being with, but also taking care of one another. When we couldn't be in the same space, we found new ways to connect. We found new ways to work together. We found new ways over the last months to offer the best of ourselves to our friends and to our neighbors and to our colleagues. We are truly stronger when we value each other, when we value each other's gifts, talents, and perspectives. The mentor in me also hopes that you'll find ways to serve the local community and get to know the place where you'll spend the next 4 years. I know that you have heard the words pro humanitate, for humanity. Our university prides itself in our deeper calling to pursue education for the good of others. At Wake Forest, you are going to have so many opportunities to share this pro humanitate spirit. I hope that you find the giving of your time and your talent is one of the most rewarding aspects of living in this community with others. So embrace your education, not just as a series of classes and projects and relationships and time to work through, but also as a way to unite and improve our community. And that's our campus, but also the Winston-Salem community and the broader society, and you could even say world. And finally, in addition to mentoring, I've had many opportunities during my career to lead, and it is really a special opportunity to now be the president of Wake Forest University. So I'll conclude in my hopes for you in terms of what are my hopes for you as Wake Forest leader. The leader in me hopes that you will use these coming years as a time to seek opportunities to lead in your own right and in your own way. Each of you has skills and talents from which all of us can benefit. How will you use your unique skills and talents? How will you work with your peers and community? Now, you're here because you've already proven yourself to be a highly accomplished student. But while you're here, I really hope that you use your drive to serve others. And while you're here, I know you have the potential to be a great leader in your own way. When given the chance, I hope you step into the opportunity to work with and for others. During this time, learn who you are as a leader. Learn who you are as a follower and as a team member. Learn what inspires you and how you can inspire others. So these are my hopes for you from my perspectives as a scientist, as a mentor, and as a leader. And I want you to be ready, because when I meet you on campus, crossing campus, and you share with me that you're a first-year student, I might likely ask you, what did you discover today? You can discover something every single day. Now, over the weeks and months, I imagine you'll continue to get lots of advice and opinions, and you've heard a lot of it from me today, and you'll hear it from every meeting I'm sure that you're going to in terms of your orientation. Everyone is just so excited for you to be here, and they really, truly want the very, very best for you. That's why. And as you experience this moment, what I want you to also do is to remember that your time here is also about you. It's about your growth and your being part of this really wonderful community. And your time at Wake Forest is about others, those you're going to study with, serve beside, and collaborate with in the years ahead. So, class of 2025, congratulations. Welcome to Wake Forest, and I can't wait to see what you discover. Thank you.
Hey, y'all. 2 seconds. The core values of honesty, trustworthiness, respect, and personal integrity are integral to our lives as students and members of the Wake Forest community. It is through faithful commitment to these values that our honest pursuit of knowledge may translate fully into service for humanity and breathe life into our university's motto, Pro Humanitate. This commitment is embodied in one of our oldest traditions, the Honor Code. In choosing Wake Forest as your home for the next 4 years, you have agreed to conduct yourselves with honor and integrity in all aspects of your campus lives. This means that all of us in this chapel have agreed not to deceive any other member of the community, not to steal from one another, not to cheat on or plagiarize academic work, and not to engage in any form of academic misconduct. It means that we can trust each other and that we willingly accept responsibility for our own conduct and activities. Today, you affirm your commitment to these principles by signing your name and agreeing to the Honor Code. Please detach the card, it's in here, from your program and take a moment to read it. If you need a program, raise your hand and one will be brought to you now. As you sign your name on the card, you pledge to support and uphold the Honor Code. Alongside the other members of the class of 2025, you now commit to making the Honor Code an integral part of your life at Wake. As a class, please take a moment now to sign your name on the card. Please hold on to your cards. We will collect them after our next activity. It is my pleasure to introduce to you all Dr. Ashley Hairston, the Associate Dean for Academic Advising, Associate Professor, and 1992 Wake Forest University alumnus. Dr. Hairston joined Wake Forest faculty 3 years ago in the summer of 2019. He received his Master of Arts and Doctorate in English Language and Literature at the University of Virginia. He also received a law degree at the University of North Carolina. He leads the Office of Academic Advising and will work to enhance the first-year experience for all students. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Hairston.
Good afternoon. As Associate Dean for Academic Advising, I would like to invite you to visit us in the Office of Academic Advising, commonly known as OAA, whenever you need specific academic questions answered or when you simply need an ear for an idea about your path or to work through your many options here at Wake Forest. Now, to find us, simply go straight across to Renolda Hall and on the ground floor from this building. Turn left or turn right, and there we are. You may find that you never need us, or like many students, you may find that your original plans need some rethinking at some point. If you find yourself in that situation, don't worry. 33 years ago, I sat in one of the seats where you are. listening to people just like me giving my class words of wisdom, which I have to say I'm not sure I remember. And in the succeeding 4 years, I made multiple course corrections as I found my path here. But don't worry, I'm not just some old guy telling you that he knows exactly what you are or what you will experience, just that I have some idea. In fact, I think you may be far more aware of what this place is than I was back then. Just a few days ago, I dropped off my own son to start his freshman year, and as I told him, more than my class ever did, your cohort knows what our motto, and other university mottos, but ours, Pro Humanitate, can mean. You've seen what it means for humanity to need a bit of saving, to need its best and brightest to solve a problem. In the past 18 months, humanity has needed true leaders in practically every discipline that you will find here at Wake Forest. From scientists to psychologists to the musicians we have longed to hear live and in person. So you already know what Pro Humanitate can yield, someone to fight for humanity, for all of us. And we can't wait to see what you'll become. So now I ask you new students to take the next few minutes to reflect on the person you will be at Wake Forest. To help you do this, we're going to ask you to write down your thoughts in response to some questions. Each of you should have a card in your program. Pull this card out now. If you don't have one, I'll have you raise your hand in just a moment and someone will bring you one. But please listen to the instructions first. On the card, there's a prompt that reads, as you set out today on your Wake Forest journey, imagine your graduating self, 4 years along the road. Who do you see there? Who have you become? What steps did you take along this journey to benefit your community and to become a Wake Forest University graduate of honorable character? So for the next few minutes, you should first take a bit of time to reflect. In other words, don't rush. And then write your thoughts. When you finish, place the card in the envelope, seal the envelope, write your name legibly on the front of the card, and sign across the seal. Now, after a few moments, President's aides will come by your aisles to collect them. You may then pass both the honor code card and your sealed envelope to either end of your row. We'll return the sealed envelope to you in your senior year. Now, please raise your hand if you don't have a card or an envelope or a pen, so that everybody can get a card while I say a word to the faculty and administrators on stage in the first few rows. Anybody without one of those items? Faculty and administrators, you have a card in your program also. During this time, you have the opportunity to give students your best advice for graduating with honorable character and having contributed positively to the Wake Forest community. We will share your advice anonymously on our OAA website and through the orientation Twitter account. When you are done, you can pass your card to the baskets that are placed at the end of each faculty row. Thank you, and now everyone may proceed with this flash forward activity. If you are finished but have not yet passed your card to the end of the aisles, please do so now. If you would like to take more time, you may remain after the ceremony ends and then drop your card into the baskets near the doors as you leave. To close out our program today, it is my pleasure to introduce Provost Kirsch. Rogan Kirsch received his BA from Wake Forest in 1986 and returned as Provost and Professor of Politics and International Affairs in July 2012. As Provost, he oversees the university's academic mission and programs on the Renolda campus, working closely with the President, deans, and faculty, staff, colleagues to support and enhance learning, discovery, and graduate and undergraduate programs across the College of Arts and Sciences, as well as our graduate professional schools and the Z. Smith Reynolds Library. Provost Kirsch has published 3 books and more than 50 articles on U.S. political history and on health policy. His current book project, Millennials, Politics, and Culture, is also a course here at Wake Forest. Please welcome Provost Kirsch.
You look so beautiful from here. I want to join my colleagues in a warm welcome to this fabulous class of 2025 as we bring your opening convocation to a close. We have a wonderful array of long-standing traditions at Wake Forest. You've likely heard of events like Hit the Bricks, Wake and Shake, Project Pumpkin, of course, rolling the quad after really big athletic victories, like when we beat Duke in basketball or Stanford in soccer or beat UNC in anything. And here in Waite Chapel, in a few short months, as the semester's end arrives, we'll be back here for Love Feast. All these traditions were conceived and founded by students while they were at Wake Forest. And we can't wait to hear what new traditions you will imagine and launch during your time here. We have a more recent tradition for entering first-year students during your first full gathering as a class. It was interrupted last year by COVID, and we are so pleased to renew it with you. Now, once again, these programs of yours, which have honor codes and letters and so on, should have a pin. If you'd pull that off and hold it in a hand, as with the previous things, if you don't have a pin, hold up your hand and we'll get you one. And now, clutching firmly your pins, would members of the proud Wake Forest class of 2025 rise together? I'm going to have you, as you affix these pins to some article of clothing on your body, I guess including your masks, I'm going to have you repeat some words after me. Please organize yourself into small groups of 2 or 3. The point is to be facing some fellow member of the class as you speak and begin to affix. So that's it, that's it. And now, all right, you unruly band. As you affix this distinctive class of 2025 pin designed exclusively for you, I want you to repeat loud and proud after me. With this seal, I declare myself a full member of the Wake Forest community. I will help shape this institution. I will respect this institution. And I will honor this institution. All right, now with words, 2 words that I want you to rattle the windows in Durham and Chapel Hill and Davidson and NC State. Shout as loud as you possibly can together. 2 words, I'm in. You may be seated. Quick announcement, and then we close. With the mighty singing of the beautiful alma mater, be sure to keep your new Deke Welcome Week mobile app handy so you can stay up to date on the exciting events planned for you, just for you, throughout the next few days and across this week. In just a moment, we will end this opening ceremony. Now that you're a little more fully members of the Wake Forest community, we're going to ask you to stand for the singing of the alma mater. The words are found, you guessed where, in this amazing program, which contains everything you need. Following the singing, you'll hear the organist go through it a little, so you get ready, then we'll sing together. Please be seated again. You rise for the alma mater, be seated again for the recessional, and now please stand for the singing of the mighty alma mater.